Which altcoins will make you more money when compared to Bitcoin? Is it Caspa? Is it ICP? Is it Cardano? Is it something else? Is it Sui? Should you have money in Sui? We have some things to talk about with Sui and the altcoin market. What about meme coins? Which meme coins should you be keeping your eye on? We'll have that discussion. Also, is Ethereum in trouble as the largest DEX on ETH is launching their own chain, and what that means for the ETH layer 1? Is this a net negative or a net positive? And if you have ETH in your holdings, should you start to divest? We'll have that conversation. Also, a big political donation that's got the crypto army, the cryptocurrency community, up in arms. Also today, we're joined by a very special guest, Astradamus, as she correctly predicted the price of Bitcoin on Monday. What will she predict for this Monday? You don't want to miss it.
Did I?
You did, yeah, you were spot on. Move over, Rob Stradamus. We have a new Stradamus in the house. Anyways, we have that and much, much more to talk about on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment focused cryptocurrency channel. We take old, boring, stale information, repackage that thing up in a fun and sexy way. Why did I feel like David's intro was on 2x speed today? I don't know. Was it just me?
I'm jacked and juicy.
Because it was like I was watching it on YouTube fast forward mode.
Sounds like you're jealous.
No, far from it.
Okay.
Oh, Ashley, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey.
Apparently,
Glad you noticed I'm here.
What else do you know about the future?
I don't even know what I guessed, if I'm being honest. I have no idea.
Well,
I think you said 63.2.
What is it at?
63. That was the price of Bitcoin on Monday. You were $200 off. You're pretty spot on. And the 2 weeks
Heck
prior,
yeah, y'all.
2 weeks prior, you're also spot on. So guys, we're going to get Ashley's prediction at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned. You know, as I always talk about, we always look at charts and this altcoin versus Bitcoin. And the whole idea is, look, if you're not going to beat out Bitcoin's returns, there's no point in taking that extra risk, right? Well, what are some of the coins that don't have that extra risk or minimal extra risk, but have more upside than BTC? We'll talk about that, but I want to share this first. This is from Ali Charts. We show this guy's stuff on here all the time. A lot of good information. This was from September 23rd. So 20 days ago, he said, I think the best way to mess with everyone's dreams would be for Bitcoin to drop to 60K, which it did, rebound to 66K, which it also did, retrace back to 57K, which it also did. And well, Robin, look what his next target is. 78K. You kind of talked about this on Wednesday, or was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Getting that one final flush or one final retracement to that 57.5, 57.9 level.
yeah.
You think this man's? You think it's going to come to fruition? You think was that the last? Maybe not the last pullback.
I felt like the last pullback before a big rally should have drawn down a little harder, right? I was expecting briefly go down to 56, maybe 54, and then it was off to the races. That's kind of what I was envisioning. And, lo and behold, last night, or yesterday, you see the price dropping down to 59 for a moment.
It went down to 58.
Yeah. Well,
High 58.
Yeah. 59 for a brief period of time. A couple exchanges had it at 58 briefly. But I was thinking the drawdown, but maybe that was it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I'm not sure. I do think that we're going to finish the month out very strong. I think that perhaps everyone was expecting October, quote unquote, Uptober to be this massive rally all month long. It just at the end of the day, you gotta think, hey, what do you got to do to get a green print on October? Is to close the month out positive. Still think that's going to happen. How positive? I'm not quite sure.
10%?
I think over 10%, yeah.
Over 20%?
10% would put us, because we went in with like 62, something like that, 60. Either way, I think we'll be somewhere around $70,000 by the end of the month. and you couple that. Let's just say we're at 70,000 by the end of the month. You think we're at 70,000 by the end of the month? First of all,
yes.
Okay, so you take that plus the November 5th elections, which is going to be less than a week away afterwards. And if Donald Trump
We came in at
elected,
60K.
60K,
60,500.
so 10%, 66,000. So, I do think at $70,000, I think that puts us right around like 17%, 18%, which I think would be right on par for what I was thinking. I know you were a little bit more.
Average returns on October are around 22%.
You think we're gonna rally that high? You think we'll be at?
I think so.
You
Yeah.
think we'll be at 73,000? We'll be at previous all-time high.
I think
by
so.
the end of the month.
Yeah. The October historically average is 20.8%. Median is 21%. The biggest October we've ever had was back in 2021, where we saw a 40% increase. Or sorry, excuse me,
The thing is,
2017, 47.
There's only 20 days left, and so to go from where we're at now to 73,000 previous all-time highs.
The 20%
I think-
move.
I'm not. I understand what the percentage is. I'm just saying that.
That's 2% a day, Robin. That's
I
nothing.
get that. I'm just saying for 20 days, less than 3 weeks, so 2 weeks and some change to get to break all time highs is I think it's a reach, bro.
You think it's a reach?
I think it's a reach. Yeah. I do agree we're gonna have a green month. I do agree we'll be right around 70K. I think that if
But 20% is not too far. It's 73.
20% is new all time high. So I know you keep throwing out the 20%, but 20%.
20% is 72,000.
Okay. Well, 20 is it so we entered in at 60,000 flat?
60,600, yeah.
Well, okay. 20% is $500 shy of previous all time highs. Okay. So 21% would be all time highs. Okay. So
Get your numbers right, man.
anyways, I just think that the current market, there's not enough retail right now to FOMO the price up. I'm sorry. I mean, do you think there is? You think that within the next 20 days?
If there is, there are meme coins.
We're talking about Bitcoin.
And I'm saying, if there is retail, there are meme coins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what's the fuel that's going to take us to 73,000?
ETFs?
Because the fuel for the last one was the ETFs. I don't know. I think that we briefly get to 70,000. I think we pull back, and I think we end the month at 68.
You got to remember, there was only a month ago that we started seeing financial advisors on a large scale be able to not only invest in it themselves, but also
We also
essentially shill it to
we've
their,
also seen that since February when the
No, no,
ETFs went live.
not the investment advisors.
I'm not saying that those particular. I'm just saying that narrative that hey, big money can get exposure to Bitcoin. I know you're saying you can say this exact company, this exact investment advisor now is incentive. I get that, but all of the people that they're selling to could have got exposure to Bitcoin.
But it's like saying, hey, we went fishing in a river versus going fishing in the ocean, right? More fish to catch.
Yeah, but if you've taken nobody that's ever fished before, and then you're like, hey, you can go fish here or you can go fish there. I mean, at the end of the day, you're taking somebody that's never fished before.
I'm going with the big bluefin tunas are, man. Those things are worth a lot of money.
Okay.
So okay, but we both think it's going to be over 70K by the end of October.
No.
You don't.
That's what
Okay.
I said. I said we get to 70K and we pull back. I think that it's a big psychological number. We've had a hard time breaking out of this channel. I think that because we are already into October 11th with 20 days left, the fact that we were at 58,000 yesterday, I don't think we hold over 70K. I think we go up there. I think the last week of October, we get to 71,000, 70,500, whatever it is, and then we pull back down to 68. And I think we end the month at 68,000.
I want to know what the chat thinks. October 31st, 2024. Will we be over $70,000? Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. I'm a yes, he's a no. Ashley, more importantly, we need to know, will we be over 70K by the end of October? Yes or no?
No.
She's spoken. I changed my mind. We will not be over 70,000 by the end of October. All jokes aside, again, theme of today's show is what can you get more gains from than Bitcoin, right? Well, let's talk about Caspa. I'm going to share some Caspa news. If you haven't watched our Caspa video, we put out Wednesday. It was a really, really good one. Go watch it. A lot of good info in there. But pretty interesting here. Caspa is the latest cryptocurrency under consideration to be added to the Grayscale investment product. Assets under consideration list digital assets not currently included in a Grayscale investment product, but identified by our team as possible candidates for inclusion in a future product. Very interesting here. So these are the ones that are currently in their product suite, including Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, and Zcash. Caspa, again, is currently under consideration. We know Sui has been on a massive tear. It kind of started right when Grayscale announced they were creating their own fund for Sui. I'm not saying it's 100% correlated, but I think it had something to do with it. So what's your forecast? Do you think you will make more money being in Caspa than Bitcoin in 2025?
Caspa.
So yes.
Yeah. You talking about from this exact point?
Yeah.
Yeah. My only thing would be if Caspa, say, runs pretty say it breaks new all-time high. Say we end the year at, say, 31 cent Caspa. I may have a different outlook on which one will perform better in 2025. If we're looking from January for the whole fiscal year of 2025, I'm not exactly sure. I'd like to see where Caspa goes in at. But from this point right now, Caspa's so undervalued. It's one of my favorite picks. I mean, it is up 7% today on the 24 hours. So, it's it's up a lot in the 24 hours. But when you look at the 1 week, I mean, it's still down 13 cents, down from 14. I mean, look at the 1 month, down from 16 cents here. And then you recognize previous all-time highs, 20 cents. And its previous all-time high was not that long ago. It was just 2 months ago. And so, recently at an all-time high, I think it'll get back there, especially when Bitcoin starts to take off. Very curious. I think it's a great entry position here. I mean, when have you seen cheaper Caspa, right? I mean, looking back, the last time we had Caspa under 14 cents was back in May. And so, unless you don't think this thing is going to run in 2025, you think Caspa is just going to fade and die or go to zero, whatever like loony theories you got. If that's not your prediction for Caspa, then it's about the best entry price you can get, other than yesterday.
Next coin, Cardano or Bitcoin? Which will make you more money in 2025?
I am so behind Cardano.
Me too.
Yeah. I did buy Cardano at 33 cents yesterday.
You bought some?
Yeah. I did not buy all of it because like I said when we started the show, I thought that we were going to go a little lower. So I have a certain position I'm trying to buy, or I have a certain amount that I've set aside for Cardano I want to get exposure to. And I pulled the trigger on 25% of it.
Okay.
I thought it was going to go down a little further. I figured, hey, you know what? I'll get some more. Go ahead. What you got? ICP?
So we're both in agreement on Caspa. What about ICP?
Quick question. Just one last thing on Cardano. You think it goes back under 33 cents? Because I pulled the trigger on 25% of it. And I thought it was going to, well, Bitcoin's going to spill a little more. And I thought I was going to get.
Maybe. I mean, it's not too far off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
But the thing, though, is like, Cardano moves fast. So are you going to wait for a 2 cent better entry position?
I mean, that's why I bought it at 33. I had a feeling that it was going to draw down lower. And that's generally how I do my buys. I'll set limit orders on prices. And so limit order at 33.2. And then I had a limit order at 31.5. Then I have a limit order at like 29 something and then 28 something. And so I figured the 28 and the 29 weren't going to fill, but I thought I'd get half the order filled, but only got 25%. So.
Better than no percent.
Yeah.
Now, this next one on your screen.
Yes.
Internet Computer Protocol. More money. This or BTC?
I mean, I got to go. I mean, are you in this camp that all three of these are?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You're going Bitcoin, aren't you? It's okay. It's okay.
No,
We'll just laugh at you and make fun of you when it outperforms Bitcoin in 2025.
I'm trying to see what it did. Yeah, I mean, from this point forward, yes. I'm just very curious to see what we end the year out for these. Because for the fiscal year 2025, if we get a big rally out of alts in 2025, or excuse me, by the end of 2024, going into 2025, I'm just very curious to see what does. I don't know. I'll have to reevaluate. But from this point forward, yeah, I like all three.
I got a couple more quick fire ones. Solana.
No.
No. I'm also a no.
Bitcoin outperforms Solana.
XRP.
Bitcoin outperforms XRP.
Same. Well, we're agreeing a lot today. I don't know if I like it. Avalanche.
No.
You're going Bitcoin? I'm going Avalanche, dude. Avalanche. Man, I don't know why you're not bullish on Avalanche. Near Protocol.
No.
No. Okay. I'm going yes. Okay, last one. Sui.
No.
That one I agree with. I think Sui had a big run. I think it could still run, but I just think this is going to be a massive, massive run for Bitcoin in 2025. All right. Before we move forward, I do want to give a big thank you to today's channel sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by Cam's Blue Wire Technology. They're our longest tenure sponsor, and there's a big reason for that. They literally help us hand in hand with all of our cybersecurity and networking that we do here at the studio. And so big thank you to Blue Wire Tech. If you run a business and you want to maximize your networking, IT, and cybersecurity, visit bluewiretech.com. I got a couple funny memes. Have you seen the new cologne that Gucci came out with? Called, it's for the introverts. It's called Leave Me the Fuck Alone. Thought that was pretty funny.
Thank you, Rocco.
That was pretty funny. Also, what's the worst career advice you've ever received? Monica Lewinsky chimed in and said, an internship at the White House would be amazing on your resume. Now, I'm sure there's some people who are not old enough to know who Monica Lewinsky is. Just Google her. Yeah. And then I want to shift this conversation.
He was working with the head of state.
The head of state.
Yes. The head of state. Yes.
The video.
I did not have. Anyways, that was such a funny skit. All right, let's talk about Uniswap. Uniswap has been on absolute fire. Let's take a look at where the Uniswap token is. Up 18% on the 7-day. This thing was rallying yesterday. It had a massive rally. This is from 2 days ago. It went from around $7 to a high of around $8.30. Has seen a small retracement. Again, still up 18% on the 7-day. And while there is good reason for it, it's from Hayden Adams, the co-founder of Uniswap Labs, excited to announce Unichain. This is a labor of love based on 6 years of designing and building in the DeFi space. We think what we're building will be the best home for DeFi. Unichain is built on top of the super chain with a few new additions that we're bringing to the table. A fast, provable block builder that will make transactions feel instant, reduce MEV loss, and enforce fair transaction ordering. A decentralized network of validators that add an additional layer of finality, a focus on user experience, and cross-chain interoperability. As part of joining the superchain and also through our work on ERC 7683 standard, we will be building out cross-chain user experiences. Unichain will be MIT licensed, and we hope to see our tech adopted by others. And then there was this article that came out talking about the effect it could potentially have on Ethereum. This article says it will be bearish for ETH as it damages Ether's value. A couple things on here I've highlighted. This step of launching the Unichain will heavily affect the tokenomic processes for ETH and put its value in danger, since Uniswap will use a different fee mechanism once it migrates to their native protocol. Namely, once Uniswap moves to its own chain, it will be able to capture transaction fees and MEV fees. As such, Ethereum's network activity will also decline, which in turn will affect the rate of ETH's token burn, besides direct rerouting of fees to the Uniswap team. This is one expert, I forget the name on here. If I find that, I'll tell you, but said, quote, if the number one DeFi app when it comes to revenue is now deciding to leave and take control of this revenue for itself, It opens an interesting discussion of where this leaves ETH today. Reduced L1 activity, reduced GUI, and reduced cash flow. And importantly, ETH is not ultrasound money. Robin, is this bad news for ETH?
How is it bad news? I'm not sure.
I mean, everything I just literally said.
But doesn't it? I'm still okay, but it doesn't reduce the GUI or the fees? No.
It'll so the fees go to from Unichain. The fees will go to Uniswap, not to Ethereum, right?
But isn't that good? Don't you want to have? I mean, okay. Don't you want to incentivize people to build on your chain and say, "Hey, come build with us," and then keep the revenue, right? Here's the thing: like Uniswap hasn't made any money from any of the transactions. So when you go to Uniswap and you go to exchange, and you remember back in 2021, we were paying $100, $200 to swap, right?
No, I was paying way more than that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that it got up to 400 when there were big mints going on. Large communities were going to mint some ETH tokens.
Yeah,
to
don't bring
ERC.
that up. It's
But
touchy subject.
all of that money went to the miner, the mining pools for Ethereum, right? It didn't go to Uniswap. And so why not have that money go there, right?
I mean, theory sounds good, but for Ethereum and their tokenomics model, it's not good.
So you think there's more to come for that, or you think it's just Uniswap just standalone? I think it's good, man. You know what? And here's the thing: more people building on Ethereum is a good thing. And if you incentivize people to come build on Ethereum, at the end of the day, you're going to net more money than lose money. So, I don't know. I think that it's a business model that perhaps this article frames as an ultimate negative, just because you can just sit here and say, "Hey, you know what? Not good for Ethereum." But I think it's a net positive. That's what I took away from it. So,
I think we'll see how it plays out. But I think if this thing grows and it takes away network activity on ETH, I think that would be a negative thing. Talking about the largest protocol in the entire crypto space on the top layer one, and you're taking away revenue fees, gas fees, and transactions for a token that needs deflationary pressure to reduce the supply. I don't think that's a good thing. Good thing for Uniswap, though. To your point, great. It's great. The Uniswap team
doesn't Ethereum always like point to scaling solutions and layer twos, right? Their entire,
but at the end of the
their
day,
entire ethos is exactly that. Hey, you know what? Move over here, use this, and so
settle your.
I mean, think about Polygon. Think about the ZK rollups. If it was all done on the base chain, they would make more money, right? Because there would be more congestion in the network. They'd get more fees, right?
Mm.
So at its core, Ethereum is incentivizing people to do scalable solutions that roll up transactions. So taking 100 transactions, 1,000 transactions, whatever it is, rolling it up into one and then processing that on chain. And so I adamantly disagree. I genuinely believe like that's what Ethereum is. Ethereum is a network that doesn't process that many transactions realistically compared to the other layer ones. They only have so much throughput available, and they try to get their dApps to scale by going off chain. And I think that is a business model that you're seeing here with Uniswap. So.
That is incorrect. It's going to be their own chain, not on Ethereum. So the idea of Vitalik saying everything should be a layer 2 is eventually settles on Ethereum, correct?
Yeah.
This is not going to be settling on Ethereum. It'll be settling on Uniswap, which is its own native blockchain. I think that's the issue. So, I don't know. Something to talk about.
You don't think it comes full circle back to ETH? That's his baby right there, man. Who uses Uniswap on
Unichain?
On where else are they? They're on Uniswap on Polygon. Nobody uses it.
Yeah.
Uniswap on what other networks are they on?
I think Arbitrum.
Yeah, nobody uses that. Go to Swap. Go see where the liquidity and the listings are.
Well,
That's all I'm saying, bro.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this thing unfolds, right? You know, we always hear like crypto is for criminals. You need to have money laundering things in place, right? We don't want people to launder money through crypto. It happens all the time. Well, guess who just got fined, Robin? TD Bank was fined $3 billion in historic money laundering settlement. Yeah. No commentary there. I'll leave it at that. Also, dude, I was on Twitter yesterday, or on X. I was trying to find like stuff for today's show, and all I kept seeing was Tesla and Optimus and the Robovan and the Robotaxi and the Cyber this and Tesla that and Elon Musk. I'm like, okay, I get it. And you can get an Optimus. You can get a home robot for less than the price of a car. Pretty cool. Also, you have the, this is also what it can do for you, Mr. Optimus. Make me an old fashioned with Whistle Pick 12-year. Easy on the bitters, you know? Pretty cool.
It's pulling a tap handle. It's not.
It can make you a cocktail, though. But imagine, Rob.
I don't know if it can.
You literally program it to sit in front of a computer every single minute of every single day, just putting in trades.
You don't need a robot with arms.
But it would be cool to see it there, all right? And then you can stream it on YouTube. You can monetize it. It'll be pretty cool.
You get like this great technology that's like innovative and changing the world.
Yeah, trade.
And
with
you're
it,
like,
baby.
put it on a desk and have
Hell
it on
yeah.
a computer. Like,
yeah, crypto face, watch out, bro. My Optimus is going to outtrade you.
You're gonna have the robot replaced by the robot.
Allah. Anyways, I want to.
you're like the guy that buys a fucking speedboat and puts it in a pond.
A what? Pond. A reservoir.
He's got it in. He's got
Those
like
reservoirs.
He's got a little pond full of goldfish. He's like, I got a boat over here, man. Check it out. Like, why?
Take a look at the markets, Robin.
All right. Let me pull up. Yeah, could you give me a quicker segue here?
Yeah. Hey, Robin, what are the thoughts on the markets today?
Thank you.
You're very
Appreciate it.
welcome. Anytime.
Gives me a second to pull it up.
No
Appreciate
problem
that.
at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right.
you got Bitcoin 62.7. So, you had some, and were we going to talk about inflation numbers today?
We talked about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that
You can talk about it. It came in a little hotter than expected.
yeah, but I think that because the inflation numbers, perhaps that had something to do with the drawdown.
Oh, the PPI came out. That went up. The producer price index.
We had where is it at?
Dude,
wholesale prices were flat in September, below expectations, and so the PPI outperforming expectations. So is that the reason we had the bullish run up? The price movement to the upside? I think so, or maybe that's the kind of. I mean, do you think that's the reason we're up today?
Like macro?
Bitcoin.
But
Right,
because of macro.
Because of PPI numbers coming in, inflation seeming to go in the
It went
ideal
up.
direction.
Right. I don't think so.
No, PPI was flat, but it was below expectations. So they were expecting it to run. They were expecting the headline: wholesale
trying
prices
to-
were flat.
Trying to read the bottom of it, dude.
Okay.
The subtext. I thought PPI came in hotter than expected, though. That's what I read. Maybe I read wrong, but
Nope.
Okay. Wholesale prices were flat.
Yes.
Okay.
The prices were unchanged. They were expected to go up. That's
Okay.
what happened.
Okay.
And the price of Bitcoin, as soon as this came out, rallied.
Hmm.
And so
No, I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it was just a bounce.
just random coincidence.
Not a random coincidence. I think
Random coincidence.
we saw a pullback in Bitcoin and the price bounced back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so on the 1 week, we did make up what we lost here over the last 2 days. And then taking a look at the altcoin market, memes are pretty hot right now. They're leading the charge. You got Mog, Dog with Hat. Then you got the likes of Sui up 15%, WorldCoin up 16%, Athena up 28%. But Kind of surprised that Sui is up 15% in 24 hours. What a performance. It did pull back. If you look at the week, it did pull back quite heavy. So, prior to Bitcoin going down to that 59, it was at $2, and then it dropped all the way down to $1.80, $1.75. And so a little rebound there. But I mean, this thing on the 1 month, it doesn't get much better than that on a 1 month chart, 30 days. Nothing else looks like this in the 30 days. And so Sui, one of the best performing assets in right at this stage of the bull market, right? I mean, from 90 cents to $2 in just 30 days, it's pretty good. Now, it's already eclipsed previous all-time highs. And it was at 40 cents a year ago.
Sui and Aptos have that Solana feel of last cycle.
Sui does. I don't know.
I'm bullish on Sui.
Something about it though. I don't know. Just rubbing me wrong. I don't know. Maybe I think I'm just gonna miss the Sui train. If this thing keeps rallying and gets up to like top 5 or something, I feel like I'm just gonna. I don't have any Sui. I got zero exposure to it.
Let me see what my first entry price was on Sui because I bought it a while ago.
Yeah. And then so a couple other Solana up to 145.
My average net cost of Sui was $1.10.
You think Solana gets above $200?
Yes.
This year?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You think it hits $300 next year?
Yes.
500?
Maybe. I was definitely more bullish on Sol. But I think, when you have projects like Sui, Aptos, right? The new meta, everyone wants to hop in and they move money from this chain to that chain. We've seen outflows from Solana, about 22% of it. We showed it 2 days ago. 22% of it's going into Sui. So I think people are like, okay, I made a crap load of money on Solana. What's the next chain that hasn't been not exposed, but that hasn't been really adopted yet? And I think Sui is right there. You look at the meme coins, the market caps, you have $40, $50 million meme coin market caps for specific coins. So I don't know.
This chart here is the Solana to Bitcoin, right? On the 1 year. So what a performance we've had. Obviously, most of this got made here up until about March. But look at the 1 month. It's just kind of moving in sidestep there. And then let's see here. If you shrink this down. So it hasn't really performed well. So since March, Bitcoin's really outperformed Solana. So are we going to see this flip again? I mean, no, man. Like I said earlier,
you sound bearish on Solana.
I just think that Bitcoin just feels more comfortable to me right now. I think that the upside for Solana is in question on how high I'd go. Will it get over $200? Yes. Will it get to $300? Yes. Will it get more than that? I don't know. But if you ask me, will Bitcoin get to 120,000? Yes, that's a 2x, right? 2x from Solana is $300. I don't know how much higher it goes over 300, in my opinion. But I'll tell you what, you're going to get a lot higher than 120,000 on Bitcoin. I think that we get around that 200,000. So I think that we're going to see that 3x out of Bitcoin. And I don't know if we'll get a 3x out of Solana. With 3x would be that $500 range, which I was asking you, which you were even a little bit hesitant on.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Do you think that Bitcoin hits 185,000 this year?
185?
I mean, next year?
200?
Less than 200,000. So somewhere between 100 and 190,000.
Yeah.
And that's a 3x. How comfortable do you feel that Solana hits $500? See, that's what I'm saying is that I feel more at ease getting.
I haven't even given my
Bitcoin.
answer yet.
But you took too long to answer. So I feel more at ease going with Bitcoin at this point compared to Solana. I just do.
I think what Solana is going for it's kind of morphed from just like this retail meme coin We're seeing more institutional adoption. We saw Stripe integrate Solana payments. We know Visa's working with Solana. We know Fire Dancer's coming out. So
I just think that the other layer ones are going to get their turn here. And
Well,
that's where I'm at.
that was my thesis, right? My thesis was people made a lot of money on Solana. Okay, what's the next one?
Yeah, I think
what's the next
there's
one?
going to be
I think
big
Sui's the
network
next one, man.
adoption.
I really do.
Big network adoption and partnerships to come with the ones that we mentioned earlier, with ICP, with Cardano. I think that it's still a little too new for Caspa and their smart contracts to make a dent in retail from the layer 1 smart contract ecosystem. But I think that Caspa has all the benefits of Bitcoin with expanding utility. And I don't know, I think that has a big price potential. But I think ICP and Cardano, I'm just so bullish on those two right now.
I want to give a big shout out to Pep Brett gifting 5 Sin City memberships. Welcome to all the people. Who said all the lurkers get the? Is that you?
Mhm.
If you're lurking, congratulations, you've received a membership here. Robert, would you like to butcher some names, or you're not ready yet?
Not ready.
He's not ready yet. Okay. Speaking of Sui, here was an article I pulled this morning. Well, this kind of fell through, right? Sui shown signs of exhaustion after 98% gain. Is there a fall ahead? We take a look at the Sui chart. This thing is, like every indicator on this cloud is telling you this thing is in just a massive uptrend. This is on the daily. Price is so far away from this cloud that even if we were to come and touch it, you'd be coming at $1.50. You'd be looking at a 50% retracement or a 25% retracement. You got the big divergence from our conversion and baseline. That is very bullish. You have lots of volume. That is very bullish. Price sentiment is up, very bullish. Although we've been overbought, really going back to the middle of September. But when a coin is on fire, it does not matter. Like all these metrics and overbought, oversold, and this and that, those don't matter, right? There's a saying that markets can remain irrational longer than you can, whatever the hell that saying is. I think it's the same thing. People are like, it's got to slow down. It's got to come down. I mean, you look at what Sui did. It went from 77 cents. This was back September 2nd, 77 cents to a wick high of $2.17. I saw a comment, I think it was from T-Shroom, that he's nervous, or I forget what the exact comment was. Rocco, if you find it, will you pull it up? Talking about right there, if I can't buy it, who's just kind of hesitant to buy in general. I think that's where a lot of people are. They're like, look, I refuse to get in when at the top, right? And so when this thing is running, you don't want to get in. You want to wait for it to pull back. Like, could you have bought this pullback from $2.15 to $1.73? Yes. Could you have bought this pullback from $1.79 down to $1.60? Yes. Are we going to see 30, 40% pullbacks? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think all the momentum here is with Sui. It's interesting. Again, I wouldn't FOMO in and just throw money at it. When this thing has been running hot, it will have more pullbacks. But again, if you're waiting for that 30, 40% drawdown, I don't think you're going to get it. I really don't. And yes, Rob, Sui did unlock all those tokens. Second of every month is when they have their token unlocks. So, and price, I mean, you look at the second of this month. This was right here. And I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Second of this month, we had a green candle. The very next day, we had a large liquidation to the downside, right? That's why this candle's hollowed out, right? And this is because we use the liquidity flow index here from LuxAlgo. So we had a big, and then the price just resumed up. It's like been up only with a few minor pullbacks. And so, I don't know, man. I think if you want Sui, wait for another pullback, you'll get it.
Yeah, I agree.
But don't wait for 30, 40%. I don't think you're going to get that.
All right. So I do want to get a little love to the chat. First of all, 80 likes, 260-something people watching. What are y'all doing? Why would you like the video? Are you not entertained? Do us a favor, like the video. Also, say hello if it's your first time here. Say hello if you've never said hello. And then we'll give you a little shout out back at you. Few new faces I've spotted out. We got Manuchu Rin. We got Peter Cooey, Pastor Tanks, iPark, Pokey Vibes, Nazarite, Dean's Crux, Crypto 7, Abel Mill, Lounge, Carlitos Mayo, Juan V, Sense Quest, JH, Tony Mays, Douglas Stan, Dusty, Ryan, Ethone, Sarah Bullock, and Mario Cara. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then let's get the vibe going. Let's get the party going. Put an hola in the chat if you vibing with today's show. Let's see if we can get 200 holas in the chat. Spam the chat. That's a request? No, it's a demand, not a request. Thank you.
You know,
And also Keith V up in here.
Manucho Ren said, I see a cup and handle on Suey. I do as well. How deep will the handle go? I don't know.
Is that supposed to be
It just
entertaining?
No.
Are you rapping?
It just rhyme.
Are you rapping?
Just a rhyme.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, where's this going? Did you see this?
Dress shirt buttoned all the way up to the neck on a woman with a
Yeah, exactly, Robin.
with a
Yeah,
sweater vest.
This is a fashion video.
Come on, man! Like, why
An
is
SEC
she?
filing just out this week shows that the Ripple Labs co-founder Chris Larson donated $1 million in the XRP token to the Future Forward Super PAC. Now, that committee is supporting the VP's run for the White House and began accepting donations in digital tokens back in September. All in, Larson has given a total of around $1.9 million to support Harris's campaign. An FEC filing just out this week shows that the Ripple Labs...
The crypto community is up in arms. I don't get, your company is literally being targeted by the SEC, and I don't know. It's kind of interesting. You have any comment on that?
What you doing over there, Ripple?
Chris, not Ripple, Chris.
If you can win against them, just buy them.
I agree with that. If you go all in, on
That's
Trump,
mafioso talking right
if
there.
you go all in on Trump, and then Camel Toe Harris wins, then what did I say? Oh, excuse me. If you go all in on Trump, and he doesn't win, you're hedging your bet, right?
Yeah. Which one of your Kamala Harris accents is your favorite?
I like her Latino one.
The Latino
That
one,
one's
right?
good.
She did a Jamaican one recently.
I
Latino
saw that
one
one.
was
That one was
crazy.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I know I used to grow up in a middle class family.
What?
Anyways,
he's. I wish you could see the smile just radiating from this man's face as he did his accent. He was so proud of that.
bro, I got so many accents. You know I have accents. I can do British, Australian, Indian. I can do all of it, bro. I can do a cat, dog, chicken.
Wow.
I can do a narwhal. You ever heard of narwhal?
Can you do your narwhal?
Yeah. I'm not doing it on the show, but I'll do it after the
man.
show for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Chickens, huh? Chickens is crazy.
Yeah, chickens are crazy. Oh, man. Okay, it's time for our weekly price predictions. Ashley, you're going last
Okay.
because I don't know. Bitcoin currently $62,823. You watching, I want you to put your price prediction. I will take a screenshot. I will take a picture with my phone. And then come Monday, whoever is the closest
At the start of our show Monday.
at 11 a.m. Well, the first thing we do when we hop
Pacific time.
when we hop on the show and we do our intro, we will look at the chart of Bitcoin. Whoever is closest without going over, we'll send you $50. We'll send you $50 in stables or Bitcoin. Okay? So, $62,825.
What if I'm closest? Do I get
You're
50
no,
bucks?
the people in
Do
the
I get the
studio
50
are exempt from winning. This is for the community. Anyways, so make sure drop your price predictions for BTC Monday, 11:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Rocco, I want you to go first today. We're at 62.8. Where will we be?
You know my number is 70,000.
Still 70. Just get off to 70, bro.
72.
Say 69,895 or
73.
something. I don't know.
74.
If he wants to pick
75.
70, let
Okay,
him
pick
70.
70. Okay, pick 70.
He's like, give me your
78.
answer, Rocco. I don't like your answer, Rocco.
80. Okay? 80.
80. Robin.
I will say, where are we at right now? 62.8. I'll say 66.1.
I'm at 66.8.
Y'all think it's going up that high?
Yes, I'm at 66.8. Ashley?
I was gonna say 63.
63.
However, no, we'll go 63.9.
63.9.
Yeah.
Okay. 63.9, 66.8. You're 66. 1. Rocco's at 90. Right?
120.
120. All right, done. I see. Okay, so 64.8. Raul is with me. Okay. Or no, I'm at 66.8. 63. Okay, so pretty much everyone's bullish. Ethone thinks we'll be over 70K. Hope you're right. Remember, you cannot go over to win. You cannot go over. Price is right rules. Anyways, that'll do it for the show today. Thank you all so much for watching.
Real quick, big shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Join the center community.
Let's go, Bubba.
Hey.
There it is. Welcome.
Welcome. Also, welcome and thank you to our channel sponsor today, Cam's Blue Wire Tech. If you want to learn how Blue Wire Tech can help your business scale and grow, visit bluewiretech.com. We love Cam's. Cam's the best. And with that being said, Rocco, you were going to say something?
I want to give a little shout out. So some new people here. We got Mark Salmon. We got Ricky Romero, Cheeks. We got Rob, Rex57, Manuchun Rin. Also, the guy's name is wrong. Vatican, Ryfly, Bluff City, and then a few other people. If I missed you, sorry. But until next time, adios. Peace.
Thanks for ruining my outro. Just
There it is.
Roll the outro, man.
Just gotta give us people love, man.
Yeah.
Finger or no?
No finger, just
No finger?
fingerless outro.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had an amazing week. We had a fun week with you. Come back Monday, same place, same
Don't
time.
come back Monday. Go watch us on Bold Broadcasting after this.
But also come back Monday.
Yeah, come back.
Come twice.
Shut up. Bold Broadcasting. Go check us out. We're gonna drop it in the chat real quick. Peace.
With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.